What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is KB LaFleur, but you can call me KB. Man, guys, we got a banger. All right, we got a banger. So with this story, you pretty much have a sister named Edwana Brown, right? Edwana Brown. Just kind of give you a little brief breakdown before we even jump into the actual video. But you have this woman who got out of a relationship with a guy, very abusive relationship. A lot of women say, relationships are very abusive and this, that, and the third. Okay. She was able to get out of a relationship with an abusive guy, right? And she says, hey, well, I'm going to go find a whole new man. What she does, she ended up finding a whole new man. My man. That's my man.
And my man. Thank you to my man.
So, of course, as she was living her life with her new man, the ex-boyfriend, the ex-husband was jealous, right? The ex-husband was jealous. He hired two people to come and ambush them and end up knocking off the boyfriend. But the whole time she knew who did the shooting, right? I believe even the cops told her who did the shooting. But the funny thing about it is she did not want to testify against the man. She did not want to testify against her husband for knocking off her current boyfriend, right? So he done lost his life. Dude over there in the afterlife, and you got your ex-husband who you knew did it sitting here chilling, right? And you have an opportunity to put that man behind bars, but her loyalty still lies with this guy. So she did not testify against this man. The dude ended up getting off, and then she decided to marry this guy after everybody told her not to marry him, but she decided to do it anyway, and this happened.
Her children's achievements. Her genuine smile and warm personality left an enduring impression on those who knew her. Edwina was married to 37-year-old Danny Brown. The couple dated on and off for many years. Family members of Edwina described her relationship with Danny as very difficult, saying he was controlling and physically abusive. After the couple split in 2012, Danny allegedly killed Edwina's boyfriend at the time and also tried to have her killed. After recovering from a gunshot to the chest and the hip, Edwina would help him escape capital murder charges by not cooperating with authorities, and the two would go on to get married 2 weeks after her boyfriend was murdered. When the police questioned Danny about it, he claimed he was at home with his kids, having pizza, and had no idea about the shooting. The case took a turn when an anonymous tipster provided information that led the police to identify the two gunmen responsible for the attack. These gunmen later revealed that Danny had actually orchestrated the shooting. One of the attackers confessed to the police that Danny had convinced him to carry out the ambush a month prior to the actual incident. According to the attacker's statement to the police, Danny had given clear instructions to hit both of them, blow the bitch's head off. He told them to kill Edwina by any means necessary. He emphasized not harming the children in any way. According to the police, on the day Edwina, then 25, was attacked, she had visited her mother's house along with her boyfriend Daniel Hill, then 21, to meet Danny, who had custody of their two children. Their purpose was for Edwina to style their daughter's hair for school. However, instead of the intended meeting, the two of them were confronted by armed individuals who pursued them into the residence and initiated gunfire. During the ordeal, Hill sustained a gunshot wound to the head as he tried to fight off the gunman, while Edwina was hit in the arm and the chest. The police report stated that Edwina managed to crawl into an adjacent room where she sought refuge beneath her mother's chair. The assailants were unable to remove Edwina's mother from their path to reach Edwina, so they decided to flee. Detectives were informed by the hitman that Danny had offered him a $10,000 car and some money in exchange for killing Edwina. Authorities said Danny arranged the ambush because he and Edwina had been constantly feuding over their children. The hitmen were both found guilty. The attacker who shot and killed Hill pled guilty to first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder and received a 55-year sentence, and the accomplice went to trial and was found guilty and was sentenced to life in prison. Surprisingly, even though both attackers were found guilty, all charges against Danny were dropped by August 2012. This happened because Edwina, over time, became increasingly opposed to pursuing legal action against Danny. A day before trial, Edwina refused to cooperate with authorities, and the jail calls between Edwina and Danny further convinced prosecutors that she would not assist them in putting Danny away for murder and her attempted murder. Before this incident, Danny had already come to the attention of the little.
And guys, this is what happens, right? This is what happens when you put your life on the line for a woman that you really shouldn't be putting your life on the line for, man. This is why you shouldn't deal with women who are like this. Now, I'm assuming that, you know, hey, she was a whole live single mother at the time. So the dude said, hey, well, you know, I don't mind playing step crash number, right? And you just lost your life over that stuff, man. That's wild. That's wicked. That is freaking wicked, bro. That is freaking wicked. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, man, certain people deserve certain things, but I mean, hey, man. I mean, hey, bro. Could we say this is karma? Could we say this is karma for the young lady? I mean, you're gonna literally sit here and not even get justice for your man. You're not gonna sit here and get justice for your man, and then on top of that, the one that you were dating, your ex-husband, he tried to knock you off. He tried to knock you off, but you are so dumb and blinded by love that you still go back to the same man that tried to off you. But then every time we constantly hear women say, man, you know, I was in a relationship with an abusive guy. As soon as they break up, I was this, I was that. I got tired of dealing with this. I got tired of dealing with that. But yet these are the same women, man, that will endure it, quote unquote, while they're in a relationship. They sit here and make excuses as long as they're getting something out of it. And then once something hits the fan, then they want to go ahead and start accusing. They want to go ahead and start saying, oh, well, nah, they're guilty of this. They're guilty of this. Nah, they're this, they're that. And I'm glad they put this part in the video. But if y'all can see, right, I'm gonna try to see if I can put it up here for you guys so y'all can see the screenshot. But she says, man, listen, I went ahead and claimed your gun and I knew you were a felon. Man, this is what a lot of these sisters deal with. They deal with felons. And then if I wasn't mistaken, I saw the picture of her current boyfriend. I'm just like, I mean, he looks like a Pookie too. He looks like a Pookie too. So, but I'm not going to sit here and down a man who tried to go out his way to go protect a woman that wasn't even worth protecting. Honestly. And you didn't even say anything. You didn't want to get this man put up in jail. So you didn't say anything. So now he's walking free just for him to then turn around and off you. I mean, it comes back full circle, bro. It comes back full circle. So I'm just simply saying, hey guys, don't deal with no Pookeisha. That was a Pookeisha. At the end of the day, it was a Pookeisha. At the end of the day, you can say what you want, but that's a Pookeisha. And I wouldn't even say she tried to set it up. I mean, but somebody could use the possibility that she did set it up. That, hey, well, you know, maybe she needed to get hit to make it seem like, you know, she was in, make it seem like, you know, she really had nothing to do with this, right? But I mean, it's just sad, bro. It was just sad, man, because I look at her the same way I would look at somebody who look at a woman who actually set it up for a guy to get dealt with. Because how do you don't even get justice for this man, and he put his life on the line for you, and you don't even get justice for that man. That is a straight Pookeisha. Entitled. And this is a lot of your sisters, man, are moving like this. They will sit here, deal with the Pookie. They will sit here and deal with the guy who ain't ish. Have kids with the guy who ain't ish. Then try to leave, and then try to make excuses as to why this man is good, why they believe they can change this man, but then they can't even change the man. They just put themselves in a cycle, and then they stay in a relationship that does not benefit them. But then after the fact, when they break up or whatnot, they're going to sit here and try to pull a Lil Wayne's girlfriend. Lil Wayne's girlfriend was dealing with him for the longest, right? And I guess as soon as he kicked her out, now all of a sudden she's saying that, hey, well, you know, he's been putting his hands on me, and I know a few other women he put his hands on. But yeah, you never said anything. So I don't know, man. These women today are just wild. These women today are just wild, and that's a Pookeisha. Because like I said, that clip alone, the situation alone is already ghetto. But then that screenshot, well, you know, hey, I knew you. Hey, listen, I claimed your gun, and I knew you were a felon. Ma'am, get out of here. Get out of here. But look, guys, y'all let me know down below, man. What do y'all think? Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.